They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Brady. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Bruce Arians takes a shot there, but his guys come up empty. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Complete. Valdez-Scantling. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off inside the 10.
Here we go.
And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Cleveland Browns and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Underway here in Las Vegas. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. the 13 now. They work on 1st and 10. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he's got some space here. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. 80 yards rushing for him now to this point. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now, because is he rewarding himself for a great run, or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
Flush to his right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Carlton Davis picks it. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, a turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
Eluding the pressure right. And right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
All right, let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play. But prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mayfield, he completes it to Beckham. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 32 yards. And the Browns are on the board first here in Vegas. Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
On play action, it's Brady. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the return will stop right around the 25. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that. things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Flushed out right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. He violated a big-time no-no in throwing that pick, rolling right, throwing across his body.
And you know that your dad taught you that in the backyard when you were a tyke.
Yep.
Don't do it. The problem, every now and then you get away with it. This time, not the case.
That throw by Brady, incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe one of them. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. So Brady and the Bucs need to work a little magic. 3rd and long after that last sack. Going deep this time for Miller. He's got a man, complete. And he is going to have the Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Here's Brady. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. So a nice bounce back there defensively after giving up the big play.
Yeah, you can either get down on yourself or you can get motivated. And that time, they dropped him for a loss. So I would say that they got motivated and made the play.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Brady. Room to run inside the 40. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans.
Is that it?
Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, 40 yards. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. When they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Browns drive about to get started. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Play fake. Mayfield. Under pressure, and down he goes. JPP cruising in for the sack that time. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Landry again, the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. Throw left side complete. That's Hunt. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Browns. Kareem Hunt, 81 yards. And the Browns have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Parkey with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now Jones. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 73 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person that's on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now, because the offense is on his toes and punching, and there's another first down run right there.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Succop for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. The Browns drive about to get started. And they'll have a little bit of time to work with. 35 seconds until the break. Chubb will have the first down and much more. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Oh, he stays up. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Throwing, Mayfield. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he's going to be out, down inside the 20 at the 15. And it's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. The kick by Parkey is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
A fairly short kick from the 14. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this 3rd quarter. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Brady gives this one off to Jones. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. This is Jones. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Going up top for Miller. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
183 yards rushing for him now as he closes in on a 200-yard night. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Mayfield on play action. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Here's a carry for the fullback. This is Andy Janovich. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run with Chubb. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Mayfield. And And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Some of the big boppers in the game traditionally have been safeties, and he certainly fits that mold. He lets his pads do his talking.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And Parkey's kick is good. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that...
And got his man complete. The 20, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bucs are now an extra point away from leading this game.
We all knew the situation. We're in the 4th quarter. Who's going to step up and make the big play? Well, we just saw it, didn't we? Took their shot, downfield, got it, and now they're in a great position to take the lead.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Browns drive about to get started, and they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Antoine Winfield up from the secondary with the tackle. 2nd down, here's Chubb again. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. They'll go screen here to Hunt.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield swings this out for Hunt. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory.
191 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So now it's 4th down and short, and whatever they do, run or pass it, they've got to pick up the first here.
Yeah, and you mentioned running it. That is still an option. But as you also said, they've got to do it quickly and get back to the line of scrimmage.
Running for it. Here's Chubb. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. A run for Nick Chubb. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Here's Baker.
And finding the tight end Hooper. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Mayfield.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jamel Dean. Just when you thought this game might be turned on its ear, a late interception pretty much going to seal the deal.
Yeah, boy, talk about having your backs to the wall. This defense, they look like they were in danger of surrendering this lead, but they knew they needed that one play, and they got it right there, partner.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big